All right, welcome to episode 9 of Start to Continue podcast. This episode brought to you by nosnob.com. Wine reviews for $20 a bottle and under. Smart, funny, and tasty. That's nosnob.com.
Did you say smart?
No, I said smart.
Oh, okay. Tell them who you are.
This is Joe.
This is Bill. Welcome to another episode of Start to Continue.
We've almost reached a decade in terms of episode numbers.
Yeah, things are flying.
That being 10.
10. That means
Who
decade.
knew? We aimed for 3 and we're almost at 10.
And what are we going to do? We're almost out of storage space on our Podomatic account.
The next step is obviously probably expanding.
Oh, expanding. Good.
Yep. Put a little bit more effort into it. Maybe get ourselves a website finally. But on the good side, where can we now be found?
Well, we're official on iTunes, and we're on Stitcher as well. Stitcher is another huge podcasting database.
As you told me, essentially, it's just another iTunes. Second, I guess, in terms of popularity, right?
Yeah, that's where you'll find all the big boys, WTF and Nerdist and Joe Rogan. They're on iTunes, obviously, but they're also on Stitcher. So it's pretty good. We needed approval from both of those, and we got it. So we're on our way.
Even on Stitcher, eh?
Yep. That took about a week to get on Stitcher.
Well, that's the same with iTunes. I thought we were on within days, and I didn't realize it took so long for them to...
Yeah, I guess it
I
was
guess
almost
they got
a
to
week with
review
them.
every episode we've submitted.
I don't know. God knows.
How do I get that job?
They can't really be doing that, can they?
Unless, well, maybe they're just backlogged with that many submissions, right? I can't see that many new people submitting podcast shows, right?
I don't know. There's a ton. Even in our little category on Podomatic, there's thousands.
No, but I mean new ones being
Yeah.
submitted, right? Not new episodes, but new.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Hey, we're back to the nighttime.
Yes, my favorite time. Though we're still not in our regular room, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. But we are back to nighttime, middle of the night recording. So
We would have started a lot sooner. Right now it's about 2:45 in the morning. We would have started sooner, but we were trying to get both of our brand new mics to work at the same time, and apparently because they're both USB mics, they're recognized as the same entity, so we spent about the last 2 hours trying to figure out that in order to do it, we would pretty much have to send one of the mics away.
yeah, it's extremely frustrating. Yeah, it was the normal start to our show where I wait for Joe to figure out how to plug the microphones in, but this time he had no solution, so it was incredibly frustrating. And one of these times Joe will have his shit together and we'll just be able to play and record and go to town immediately. But and we got good mics too. We got good mics, but we can't use them both.
No.
It is heartbreaking.
Story of our life. I don't know, you're really upset. I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't.
We got to get your energy level up a little bit for this episode.
My energy level. Okay. You tell me some good stories then, man.
Well, first off, where were you last week?
Where was I?
Yeah. Where did you need to disappear to for a whole week?
No, I took a day off because I had...
You took 2 days off.
I guess it was ultimately at the advice of medical staff to take 2 days off because I had a major oral surgery happen. So, you can't bounce back from that.
Delve into it. What's going on?
I had a wisdom tooth removed.
What a baby.
Just one. They could have taken 3, but the surgeon, I don't know, he said there was no reason to take the other 2, that they were fine. So he ended up just taking 1.
Now, what happens if they're not fine?
Later in life,
Yeah, like a year down the road.
they'll have to come out, go through this again.
Is there a cost for this? Are we covered it all?
Mostly 80%.
Oh, so that's all right.
Well, the one tooth extraction cost almost $900 because it was a complicated, in quotes, extraction. Whereas the top ones that they left in, if they were to take those out, it'd be $150 each. So totally not anywhere near.
That's really cheap then.
Yeah.
Nothing like getting braces put in where it's multiple thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah. So we're covered around 80%, I think, and if your spouse has coverage, then that should cover the rest of it. But of course, our insurance company screwed up the payment and didn't include my wife's coverage and didn't do direct payment as normal. So I got a check in the mail for most of the amount, not all of it.
Oh, so you pay out of pocket first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At this surgeon, anyways, because they want the money right away. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did.
So you were there for the day. You had one tooth pulled.
Yep.
And then you went home. You were feeling fine. I think I texted you and I had no reply back.
You texted me during the procedure.
Which you were knocked out for?
Yeah, they put you out for it. I don't know what they used. Something heavy. It wasn't. I've had propofol before, which is great. It's like you're out, and then when you come back, you're back instantly. It's like a time machine. This was different. It was heavy, very hard to wake up from. So I don't know what it was. But
when you woke up, did you notice that your pant zipper was undone?
No. Yeah. No. Yes, actually, yeah, because they had to get my wallet out of me. And
you keep that down in your crotch area?
Yeah, the safest spot. They had to get my Visa card to pay these people.
Why is my zipper undone? Oh.
Yeah, and I barely remember
why is it all
helping them
down
get
there?
it. And yeah, a lot of coming out of it is very hazy. So they use some heavy drugs there.
Why is my underwear all crusty? Oh no.
So what kind of voice is that?
That was my drugged out Bill voice.
So even when I got home, I was pretty groggy.
And
had
any
a nice
swelling or side effects?
Nothing crazy, like a little bump. And to me, it's just a sore jaw all week.
There we go.
Yeah, it's like
Did
a
you
sore
milk it?
jaw. No, of course not. So chewing out on the other side of my mouth, and they gave me heavy narcotic painkillers, but I didn't even need it. So I tried one just to see if it'd make me feel nice, but it didn't even do anything to me. So
You have
I didn't
any
even
left?
use those. Yeah, I got a whole vial.
How long are those good for?
I don't know. Should we pass them around at work?
No. Crush it into someone's coffee and see what happens?
Yeah. No, I don't. Maybe if you drop 3 or 4 of them, you'll feel something good, but I don't know. It wasn't all that.
Save it. We might need it later.
Yeah. So that's what I did.
That's it. That's not much of a vacation off of work.
It was nice. It was nice and quiet. You're not supposed to do much lifting or anything either.
Oh, here we go.
So
That's what
yeah,
you told
you
the
could
wife,
take
right?
it easy. Yeah. For a couple days because they didn't want you straining or anything and pop the whatever.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah, because inside your jaw where the void is, it fills up with this plug of blood, actually. And if you strain or do anything, cause suction in your mouth, you could pull that plug out and cause bleeding.
And then what? You have to go back in?
I don't...
Because they stitched you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, as far as I know. It would just be more bleeding than what it should be. No emergency, but it wouldn't be fun.
Well, my week definitely was more boring without you,
right.
so glad you're back.
Good.
I can tell you're happy to be back.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I brought you dinner in tonight.
You,
As a welcome back treat.
that's true.
Oh, and it's like-
It was a fabulous dinner. That's for sure. I
Of?
got some of your family's lasagna, which I love.
Left over from my son's 3rd birthday party we had just, I guess, yesterday on Sunday.
Right. 3rd birthday party.
3rd birthday party.
So this was a big deal, right?
No, just a regular birthday.
Regular birthday.
Regular people, regular food.
Like for my 3-year-old, I think when she turned 3, it was, just the wife and me and other daughter. Birthday cake, very simple.
Which is perfectly fine.
Yeah. So that's when you're saying regular birthday, that's what I'm thinking in my head. What are we? Well, you had catering, right?
No, it was all. My mom made the lasagna. 2 kinds of lasagna. Julie made some kind of chicken. Chicken cacciatore. That's what it was. And
did you have any food that doesn't have a vowel as its last letter?
I'd have to say no. Bread. But it was nice. There was a bunch of salads and
meatballs
and
rice was thrown in there.
And he wanted purple dessert, so Julie made individual cupcakes with purple icing for everyone, just to mix it up from the usual cake nonsense. And yeah, there was only about 30 of us.
30. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
A few people unfortunately weren't able to make it. We usually get 30 to 40.
Wow. Everyone wants to come out to this thing, eh?
Well, what do you mean?
If I get an invite to, say, like a cousin's 3rd birthday or party or something, I'd be, we don't have to do this, do we?
What do you mean?
It's
family
your family are like, oh shit, we get to go out to someone's house again.
Yeah, it's family getting together. It's what you're supposed to do. I had birthday parties as a kid until I was like 13 years old, where the whole family came.
Wow, yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
That's, that explains a lot.
I think it's great. A family gets together, and it's normal. It's how it's always. I don't know anything different.
No, well, I don't know. Some families don't want to get together. Man, what's
one day out of the entire year? People.
It's not one day.
It's one day.
It's not one day.
How's it not
one?
Day?
You got 2 kids.
1 day per kid.
And you got your birthday, and you got your wife's birthday.
We don't.
So there's all those parties.
No, we don't do anything for our birthdays. Our birthdays are just immediate family, like just the parents or whatever, and that's it. Sometimes friends.
Well, not this guy.
Well, what do you mean?
Pointing to me.
Yeah.
Not this friend. Only you got to be a certain echelon. No, I know you guys. Any kind of excuse, there's a giant family gathering.
I hate throwing these fucking parties. I hate preparing for the parties, I should say. That was actually one of my comments following that. The wife went a little bit, I don't know, menopausal in terms of prepping for the party. Well, the house is still a fucking disaster. So just trying to get the 2 floors, the main floor and the upstairs, clean for everyone, even though no one's going upstairs.
Yeah.
And then putting out all the Christmas decorations at the same time and getting all the food ready and then watching the kids, and she was all over me. It was like, you know that scene out of, what's that Jack Nicklaus movie? The Shining?
Yeah.
At the hotel, yeah. Where everyone gets killed. That was going through my head a couple times.
Well, that's when it's good where you go to one of these birthday parties on the outside. One of these playland places. Have a birthday party there.
He's too young for that. He's not...
He can't go down a slide?
Yeah, but when there's all these strange kids there, he's not that social yet. He's still... wants mommy and daddy to be around. He's not the kind of kid right now that would take off and, you say, go play in the playground and he'll go play.
Yeah, well, you got to go climb around in the slides.
No, I don't want to be climbing around.
Well, why not?
Because there's other kids there and I can't deal with that.
Yeah, can't deal with that. Well, you will be. When he gets older, he's going to want to have a birthday party at one of these kind of playground places. That's going to happen. Or a bowling alley or movie theater, right? Not just going to want to have parties at home.
Yeah, that'll be different, though.
You'll have to climb up in that slide.
No, he'll be older, so it'll be a lot easier.
Why? What do you
This is
think's
my
what do you
logic
think's going to
behind it,
happen in the slide that you're afraid to go in there?
Because other kids have been in there, and kids are filthy.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
And then my clothes get dirty, and then I can't sit on my furniture with them, so when I get home, I got to change my clothes. This is my logic. This is how I reason things out.
Wow. Yep, that's what I got to work with every day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that was basically the last week, and then all leading up until Sunday. So.
You're preparing all week for this party.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, not food wise, but cleaning up and, like I said, trying to get the place all up to standards, I guess. Even though I'm like, they know we're clean people, so why we don't need to go all out and so you can eat off the floor type of style.
They know we're clean people.
Yeah.
Were there other kids there?
Yeah, but all family.
Other 3-year-olds and stuff.
There's a wide group from other newborns and up until I'd probably say up to my nieces. So even like the oldest one's like 12 years old.
Wow.
12 years is the oldest, all the way down to I think there's another 6-month-old or something.
And did any of them get to look in your office?
Actually, surprisingly not. None of them went in. Well, speaking of it, I ended up buying another bookshelf.
Wow.
So I had to do a run to IKEA the other day at work, and that was an experience. It took me like an hour and a half. I think probably 30 minutes of that was just to walk through the main doors and walk out the other end.
You mean to find where the shelves are? Through the maze?
Well, I knew where they were, but to get to the shelves took 10 minutes. Then to get to the end of the store took another X amount of time. And then I had to find the shelves, pull them off, go through the cash. And now they've actually got more terminals set up so that it's, what was it? Check yourself out.
Oh.
So they had a whole bunch of those, which was new since our last bin. But they all cattle prod you into this big wide section, and then you have to go through enough room for one person into the into the 4 terminals where you check yourself out, right? Mm. So it's really not any easier. It's not like the supermarket where you got wide spaces, right?
Mm.
So I ended up buying one of those Billy bookshelves, but I got one of the skinny ones.
Depth-wise or width-wise?
No, the depth are all the same, just width-wise. Mm. It's about a little over, like a little under half the width of a regular size wide one. Hmm. So they're good.
Yeah, okay. Exciting. So you got that?
Well, it was exciting for me because I got to put more books out and display more stuff.
So everyone's over for your party.
I got my balls busted about my fucking Transformers on the shelves.
So you took people in there to show it off.
No, a lot of people hadn't seen the house.
Right. So that was part of the tour.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy.
Well, it was on the main floor, so it was pretty hard to miss.
Well, I would have thought you'd keep that under lock and key and not allow anyone in there.
No, there's no lock on that door yet.
Yet.
But the new shelf I bought...
Back to the shelf.
I bought the glass door for it, which I haven't installed yet. So you can install that, and then there's also a lock you can buy to lock it, like from the top or whatever, so no one can open it.
Okay, what's going in there?
Well, right now there's just some TF books, and I also I bought 2 new books today actually because we had to. It's all about me today, I guess. On a side note, we went to Yorkdale today.
Where?
The Yorkdale Mall, which is AKA what, Bill?
my God. Why can't you just think of anywhere else to shop?
Well, there's a reason why we went there.
Okay.
You call Yorkdale what?
I don't. What do I call it?
The Yuppie Mall, right?
Well,
Yuppie Center or Yuppieville. We went there because we were doing pictures with Santa Claus.
okay.
Okay. So valid reason for going, right?
But any mall in Canada has that right
no,
now.
Julie's co-worker went to this one, and she said the Santa Claus was good because her kid was afraid to sit with Santa, right? And we've had this in the past as well. Really last year with Ethan. But at the Yorkdale, the Santa actually gets out of the chair, so you can sit your kids in the chair by themselves, or you could be in there too.
Yeah.
And then he photobombs the picture by popping out from behind his chair.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So the kids have no idea that the guy's there while they're taking the pictures, right?
Yeah. Excellent.
Now you're loving it, right?
Well, yeah, that's a good
Because
idea.
any other mall I've gone to,
You've never been to any other mall.
the Santa Claus doesn't get out of the chair for that stuff, right? It's like your kid's crying. It's like, meh.
Oh, yeah.
Like last year, I tried to do Ethan at the Pickering Town Center, and he had nothing to do with the Santa because you're trying to put him on this guy's lap, right?
Yeah.
But they never offered to get out of the chair or do anything like that.
No. Yeah, no. Well, they got you lined up. They're banging them off.
So that was the experience to go there. And then Julie also had to pick up some kind of it's like the American Girl doll, Bitsy Baby or some bullshit.
I don't know.
I think it's Bitsy Baby. It's like a baby version of American Girl.
Okay. You needed that for what?
For one of our nieces.
Oh.
For Christmas, I guess.
Are you buying for all your nieces and nephews for Christmas?
Yeah, but we don't. Everyone doesn't buy individually for them. It's like we'll get them like one nice thing, but a couple people pitch in for it.
Okay.
Like our oldest niece, Julie went out and bought her the Beats headphones.
Yeah. $350.
Well, no, they were on. This was the Black Friday sale, right? Or our version of it, right? Whatever they call it. So they were cheaper, but they're still. I think they ended up costing $150. And this is for a 12-year-old girl, right? So we're going to pitch in, and then I think the mother-in-law is pitching in, and then Julie's other sister's pitching in too. So it ends up costing like, whatever, $50, right? Each.
But you have to do that with every niece and nephew.
Yeah, but not all the two other nieces aren't going to get headphones. They'll get whatever is appropriate for their age group, right?
Well, how many nieces and nephews are we talking about that you're buying for?
Well, there's 5 nieces, but we're not all spending the same amount on each one, right?
Yeah. So that's it, just 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's between you and your...
Well, like the mother-in-law, Julie, and one of Julie's other sisters, right?
Oh, I see. All right.
Right?
Fair enough.
Okay. So that was... Anyway, so we went to Yorkdale. Then while I was there, after we did the Santa Claus and bought this Bitsy Baby and shit... Excuse me.
Why are we coughing? It's this fake cough, too. It's so fake, it's not even funny.
Something in my throat. I picked up the first 2 Game of Thrones books.
Really? What'd you need those for?
Well, now that I got bookshelf space, I needed to fill it up.
No, because you're complaining you needed bookshelf space for all the books that you haven't put out yet.
Yeah.
So why would you buy more books? As well as you said you have no time to do anything, yet you buy the 2 books that take the longest to read.
I've got...
Help me out here.
Well, because those were the books I've always been into, like the fantasy style. And it's been a long time since I've read a good fantasy book. though I already have a few in possession that I need to finish. But I had a gift card, so I figured I'd buy. I like the show, so I figured I'd give the books a try. I don't know. Simple as that.
I think you should have just
You
put
don't-
the
you don't
books
think I'll
out.
read them?
No, I don't think you'll read them.
I think I need
for
to
one.
because I haven't been myself lately. I need to get back into my old habits. No video gaming, no reading, no playing guitar.
And that's yourself. Is that well?
Yeah, I haven't had time in months to do anything that I wanted to do. And the reading's been a lot longer, and the guitar playing's been over 2 years, and video game playing has been at least half a year. I think the last game I played was the Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, which you played the snot out of.
Right. It was a fantastic game. Well worth it. Very few games are worth paying full price for. But that one certainly was.
Yeah. I just put that in not too long ago as a refresher for myself. And, man, it's good, but I got caught up on this mission that I just can't finish because
You got no game skills?
I have no game skills, and the third-person camera just screws you every time. Like when it switches to third person, the camera's
I thought you had
following
the option of doing that, controlling that.
This is when you're out of the car.
Right.
I had to get out of a hospital. Had to go through all the floors of a hospital, shooting my way
Oh, that was
out
a
of
good
it.
part. Yeah, I like that one.
And then you have to go into cover behind walls and stuff. And I'd be stuck in the cover. There'd be a guy standing right in front of me shooting me, but I'm stuck in cover. And I can't break away from it, and the camera's not showing me where I need to aim. Very frustrating.
What skill level do you play your games at again? Refresh my memory.
This game doesn't have
No.
levels.
It's not normal. What's the one under normal? Easy?
Yeah, I wish I could put this one to easy, but I don't think it goes to easy. It's a third-person games frustrate the hell out of me because of the camera. It just has a mind of its own. I love the game when I'm in the car, when I'm doing stuff like that, but when I'm out of the car having to aim a gun or something, it's just very frustrating for me. Plus, when you don't play it that often, you're unfamiliar with the controls, so...
I could go into any game and pretty much master the controls within half an hour.
Master it. Really.
I didn't say master the game. I said master the controls.
I don't know how. There's too many.
Which in turns makes the game a lot easier. It's all the same basic
like
controls.
the special powers, whatever, that those characters have in that game, I still don't know how to activate that shit.
What special powers?
They have a special thing, right? The one guy can drive better or something, or slows down into bullet time or something. Yeah. I can never remember how to turn that on or off, for that matter. And I don't know if I have it charged up.
What you're saying is you got old man skills.
Yeah, I'm very old man. Just let me drive around in the car, which is what I end up doing. I sightsee. I went on a roller
That's
coaster.
another thing. You sightseeing these games, I don't get.
Well, that's fun, is to explore, right? And go on the trails, drive an ATV.
Yeah, I agree. I did that for a certain period of time too, but at the same time, it gets a little boring after a while.
Yeah.
You can't sightsee everything.
I know, but I can't do a mission, so what do you want me to do?
So you just need a game where you're just driving around, checking out the United States of America, and that's it.
That would be cool. Yeah, let's do that. Shit.
Filling up for gas, pulling into motels, and that's it.
Yep,
Well.
that's my kind of game. Oh, why we have to be shooting everybody? Let's just stay in the car.
Because you don't like killing people?
Yeah, no, just hookers. Anyways, I digress. What else was on your agenda there? We went off topic here.
Well, that was basically what's happened in the last 3 days, I think. That I done. Well, no, I shouldn't say that, actually. We had to do a bit of plumbing in the basement.
Oh, plumbing.
Yeah, remember how I told you the
Yep.
main shut off to the house?
No. Yeah.
On the inside, right? Not the outside one.
Okay, the inside one.
Yeah,
no.
not the city shut off.
Right.
The one by the water meter.
You wanted to replace the one on the inside of the house.
Because it didn't completely shut off. The rubber ball inside wore out.
Well, it wasn't made of the gold you're used to.
So my cousin Chuck came over, and we...
Shout out.
First, we had the city find the shut-off, which was buried in the grass somewhere.
Right.
So we'd asked them to come on this past Saturday. They were supposed to be there at 10 a.m. I ended up calling at 11 because no one shown up yet, or I wasn't sure anyone had shown up. The guy never received the call to come shut it off. So he eventually shows up around 11:45, shuts off the water to the house. Chuck shows up, and the pipe is like almost like it comes down from the ceiling, shunts horizontally across, right, into the meter, horizontally out of the meter, and then down into the concrete floor, right?
Okay.
So the shutoff is actually, it should be after the meter
Yeah.
onto the pipe that's actually going up into the house.
Yeah.
Ours was before the meter, coming out of the ground.
I think that's where mine is.
Well, it shouldn't be there. It should be after the meter.
No.
Anyway, that part was so old and welded and actually bent a little bit, we decided to just cut a section of the pipe coming out of the meter that goes into the house, and we put in a metal on-off bracket. The coupling thing. I don't know the fucking term for it. It's not the turn knob, like your garden hose outside in the garage.
Yeah.
It's actually a lever one.
Yeah.
So it's not going to wear out after turning it off or on or whatever. And then when my cousin, we called the guy back to turn the water on. We let the pipe cool down, so we hadn't put on the little cap to the bleeder valve. So the guy comes up to the door. He says, "I'm going to turn your water on slowly for you, okay?" So I'm like, "Oh shit, Chuck, go put the cap back on the bleeder valve." So as he's walking downstairs into the room, the guy's turning it on. He walks down. This big spray of water shoots out before he's even close to it. Shoots him right in the leg, spraying the entire room. So he had to run over quickly, block it off, and then cap it on. And I go down and check on him. He's like, his crotch is all soaked. There's water sprayed all over the cabinets down there. He's laughing his head off.
Well, it's good of you to send him down instead of you just doing it.
Well, I was trying to talk to the guy through the door too, right? So that was that.
That was exciting.
Yeah, that's the last useless piece of work I think we hopefully have to do. Needless work, I should say.
No, you had something else. I remember you texted me something else. Oh, we had that windstorm. You said you lost some shingles.
Chunk of, chunk, like maybe like 5 sheets of shingles blew off, all in one section.
Oh.
But it was at the highest point of the house, on the back of the house, where, there's no way I was going up there.
Oh, steep?
Yeah. And if you fell off, you'd fall literally straight down onto concrete patio at the back of the house. So it's not worth the risk, right? So I was here at work the next day after it blew off. And, I'm calling all these roofing companies. Everyone's booked up because apparently this just happened all over Durham and Toronto, right? So I ended up finding this one guy who was out in Pickering. He ended up popping over an hour after I called him, and $200 later, probably for like a 10-minute job,
Yeah.
he repaired the shingles.
Well, that's good. Peace of mind. You didn't have to do it.
I wasn't worried. The wife was the one freaking out about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta get this fixed before snow gets on there, and Because it was just a straight plywood, right, underneath.
Yeah.
So, but we need a new roof anyway in a couple of years. We'll see how much we can milk it for.
Yeah, our first level of roofing has got lifted corners on the shingles. Basically where the downspout from the upper roof comes down to that roof, and it drains along that roof down to the eaves troughs, all there. From thawing and freezing, I have lifted corners on shingles, so unfortunately I got to flip and replace all that. It's only, I don't know, 10 years old. Should last longer than that, shouldn't it?
Well, ours is 11.
Jeez.
It's whatever side. We were talking with the guys. It's like whatever side obviously gets more sun is going to go out faster. And if you got darker shingles over the lighter colored ones, that speeds up the process too.
Oh.
So next time you replace them, don't go for the straight black ones. Do like a, whatever the light brown color is, whatever it is.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
But, I don't know. I got a little bit of patching work I think to do just around the east troughs, but I'm not too worried about it.
Well, we got to make it till spring now. I was going to add enclosed eaves troughs to go along the roof from the one downspout down to the next gutter, sitting right on the roof, so that drainage doesn't go along those shingles anymore. And I bought all of the stuff. I bought eaves troughs and screws and brackets and everything ready to go. I was ready to go up on the roof in the wet windstorm and install all this, and I haul it all up there. And the eaves troughs I bought were rectangular, and the ones on my house are square. So they did not fit. I had to take everything back down off the roof, back in the car, back to Home Depot, and return it all.
What, Depot didn't have the right ones?
Super frustrating. No, they don't have square ones. They only have rectangle ones. Very frustrating.
That's pretty lame.
Very frustrating. So I didn't have time to try any other stores, and snow is back, so I'm just going to have to hope.
You got snow at your place?
Yeah, we get dustings every day.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to have to hope that this lasts until the spring.
Sure.
Problem with the corners lifting, with thawing and whatnot, the water gets underneath there, and they'll find little ways to work inside your house. It doesn't look like it's anything too serious, but if the water gets underneath the shingles, it'll find its way in somehow. So, but
Well, what if you thought about doing that electrical cord that goes along these troughs, the heating cord?
it's all the way up this little roof, from where the downspout from the top roof
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
empties onto the little roof. So then it drips all the way down into the next eaves trough on the lower roof. And wherever that is, that's where we have lifting corners. And it especially happens in the winter because that part always thaws and freezes.
You should get like an extension from your east trough that comes down from the top roof all the way down to your second one.
Yes. Maybe I didn't explain myself properly. That's what I was doing. That's what I was building. That's what I got the eaves troughs for.
I thought you meant you were just doing the east trough itself. Oh,
yeah.
Not the actual tubing coming down. Oh.
Right, yes. Yeah, I bought...
You couldn't get that to fit?
No, because you can't make rectangle into square.
Are you sure? I can probably hammer that into a fucking rectangle.
Oh, it was so frustrating. Very angering. Plus, I'm doing all this when I'm not supposed to be doing work because of my tooth.
Oh, fuck.
And don't forget, I had my back go out less than 2 weeks ago. I'm not supposed to be doing any of this stuff, but I'm doing it all. Do I get credit for it? No.
Because you're complaining about nothing.
Yeah, I never get credit for stuff, man. How about all the promotion I'm doing on this show? For this show.
That's good, man. We got each other's back.
This guy, meaning myself, what did I do? I was promoting, I was on our Facebook page, the Start to Continue Facebook page. Adding comments throughout the ether to get our name out there. And Kevin Smith was promoting his show Comic Book Men on Facebook, so that popped up saying, watch my show Comic Book Men. And you and I have talked about it in the past, how this show's frustrating because of all their fake premises and
Right.
all their bits that they have to do, whereas just show selling comics, right? Show the business. But they always do this fake realities business. So I wrote a comment, stating just that. And I moved away to do something else. I heard a bing go on my computer, and I looked over. And sure enough, Kevin Smith himself replied to my comment. Can you believe that? And it was Kevin Smith. It was verified.
And tell the listeners
Well,
roughly
so
what
he said, that's a show that you want to see. But the show I want to see has a little bit of both, and he likes the mix
he's
of
into
it.
the goofy shit, but
He likes the mix.
which is unfortunate because you could really tell some really good stories, especially detailing, like you said, we want to see more history of the comics and
Well, basically, I said in the post, I
show
said
more than freaking 10 seconds of footage of something that a seller brings into the store.
Yeah. I said, is the stash really this boring that you can't just show that stuff? Well, apparently it must be, right?
I think it'd be fascinating, to be honest with you.
You probably leave the camera on that thing all
Well,
week.
it's funny because I was talking to, I think it was someone at Ethan's party, and they had, I don't even remember how it came up or who it was, but they had mentioned that show was actually filmed, like when people bring stuff to the counter
Yeah.
for to sell, right? Like someone will bring a comic in or whatever. They filmed like the entire season of just people doing that, like in one day,
Right.
like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
And then, they'll do the goofy skits another day and
Yeah.
piece it all together. Excuse me.
You all right there?
Yeah, something's coming up.
Well, that's what they do. Pawn Stars is the same thing.
Yeah.
The,
Like, obviously,
the pawn shop is closed down while they shoot all of their...
Yeah, on a production level, it makes a lot more sense. But like you said, it takes all the spontaneity out of it. And
Yeah, I think that comes across,
I think,
too.
the phoniness definitely comes across.
Yeah, so... However, everyone else piled on the comments after that, and most of them agree with Kev that they like the bits. But, I was pretty cool that D. Kevin Smith, who to us as podcasters, he's like the godfather of podcasting.
Absolutely.
And an inspiration to what we do, for sure. Also, in regards to posting... we'd been talking earlier how I got the Basement Tapes on vinyl, the bootleg series from Bob.
Right, the Bob Dylan ones.
Right, and I had finally arrived from Amazon. Did we talk about how I received it?
I think you had sent me a text about how they were kind enough to leave it at your front door.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was left at the front door again. It was a day late from their arrival prediction.
Was that not
And,
just, were you upset when you saw it at the door?
Luckily, I was home, so I was happy to have it, but I think we did talk about it. It's just because you had
No,
said
I
you
complain
should-
about it all the time because I got the same issues with my Transformers being left just arbitrarily by UPS or whoever on the front porch,
Yeah, and you said...
which blows your mind. You spend that much money on whatever it is,
Yeah.
a Transformer or a record or whatever, and they ship it and just drop it off that any scumbag could just drive by and pick it up.
Yeah, you said you should just follow the UPS truck around
Yeah.
for a part-time job picking up stuff.
I'm surprised you don't hear more about that happening.
So anyways, I got it, and I didn't open it. I saved it because I figured, you know what? I'm going to do a video unboxing for our YouTube channel for
Right.
the show here. Start to continue.
And what's the YouTube?
Well, it's our channel's called Start to Continue on YouTube. And then this video is called Bob Dylan Basement Tapes Raw Vinyl Unboxing, I think. So yeah, I put up some...
You might want to work on that title a little bit.
No, it's good. Well, you have to put all of what's going to attract people. So I put up the backdrop and all that and set up the tripod. Had this crazy rig holding my phone to
Or
record
you
it.
did it through your phone?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the easiest. And then started recording. I did very little research of what's inside the vinyl box set because I wanted this video to be like initial impressions, right, of what you would
Right.
opening this thing up for the first time. It's funny, as soon as I hit record and I move in to pick up the box, which is recording, the whole floor goes creak as loud as possible. I think even the camera moved. The floor creaked so bad. And then I just went off, and we're calling these little segments, what do we say? Video one-shot unbox. Because you're going to do something with your TFs that come in.
Oh yeah. Now that you're doing this, I can't let you hog all the glory. I'll have to. Mind you, I haven't been buying as much as I should, so mine are going to be certainly few and far between.
We got this YouTube channel, so we might as well throw some stuff on it, and it will cross-promote the podcast.
Right.
Well, that's all the reason is to just...
And you've already had quite a number of hits just on your one video post, right?
Yeah, I went through it. I showed the unboxing, what's inside the box, and my initial impressions of it. It's about 12 minutes long. And I sent the link off to some Bob Dylan sites out there that I follow personally, and they, in turn, posted it. And within a day, I had like 500 views of it. It was wild. So
It always... That never ceases to amaze me that people actually... One, are able to find what you put out there, whether it be a video or, even my stupid little blog.
yeah, your blog is flying high too now.
I don't get it. The Russians are, Russia is my number 2 viewer right now,
Wow.
aside from the state. Well, actually, Canada, USA, and then Russia.
The funniest on my video, it's 12 minutes long, and you can look through all the analytics of it, and most people hang in there for all of 90 seconds. But I got all those views.
Yeah.
So if you look for Start to Continue on the YouTube, give that video a shot. And in the comments is all of our links, which we have Facebook and iTunes and
But speaking of
Automatic.
comments, what's the one thing we need any listener to do for iTunes or Stitcher if they happen to pull us up on either?
Yeah, we definitely need people to put a review on iTunes, hopefully positive, because iTunes looks at new podcasts that have positive reviews and they put them on their upcoming and hot list or whatever it's called. And once you get on that list, you instantly are on their front page and your viewership just jumps like crazy. So if anyone's not too bored, just, throw a quick review on there for us. Christ's sakes, come on.
Bill's on his knees right now.
It's only so many fake email addresses we can use to put our own up. So, yeah, come on, folks. Let's get going.
All right. Shall we close it off for now?
Yeah, that's probably long enough for now.
What's your, getting back to it.
Oh,
Your closing, we did have one listener question. Mark was wondering, what exactly do you say at the end of our podcast, and what does it mean?
I like how I've been doing this with you for how many episodes now? Nearly a decade in your terminology, and you didn't even know the answer to this.
I just haven't thought about it. I just thought it was something cool and quirky that you said.
Well, yeah, it's just to sign off. I say post it and post it,
Okay.
which is, put it in post-production and then post it to the web. Huh? Pretty good.
There you
Not
go,
bad,
Mike.
eh? Off the cuff.
That works. Hey, it incited a question, so that's all that really matters, right?
So there it is. So typically, Joe, you're supposed to do something in post-production, which we don't do anything in post-production, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, and people have been surprised at that. They've actually enjoyed that this is actually a one-take show. There seems to be a good continuity and flow to it.
Well, we tried to be like a radio broadcast,
Right.
Live radio. So that's it. All right. That's it? You're happy now? Okay. Post it, and Joe, help me out.
Post it.
All right.